Hello everyone, welcome to Authentic Life Tarot. This is Perry. I am here today. I'm going to do a, just going to say hi with my face, do a reading for divine feminine energies for this upcoming full moon. That is May 7th. We're looking at the energies of this full moon, but that doesn't mean that if you come across this video 4 months from now that this would not pertain to you. A lot of times Spirit likes to put things in our path that will help us move forward, even though it may not say that it's the specific time for you. So anyway, it's timeless is the point. First, I'm just going to get a couple, or one card for an overall energy from my Crystal Mandala deck. So we're just going to ask Spirit to show us, give us a card of some energies that are going to be coming up for the collective of Divine Feminine. Just going to ask for one card here, Spirit. One card fell, so I'm actually going to take that one. I don't know what it is. Oh. Divine perfection. And I'm laughing because I've actually tried to record this video like 3 or 4 times now. And this card has come out for the 3rd time. So that means Spirit says, yes, this is the message I want to get across to you. And that is that there is perfection in everything divine. Divine feminines, there's perfection in you. Divine masculines, there's perfection in you. And you were created in Divine's image, let's say, of perfection. And we are capable of manifesting that perfection as Divine Feminines, whether you're an empath, a starseed, a light worker. If you identify with any one of those things, this reading for your energies coming up is going to be for you. I'm going to grab one of the decks that I really like to use the most, and that is the Gilded Tarot deck. We are going to get some cards here for energies that are coming in for the collective. Some cards here, Spirit. Sorry. So we have 2 that have come out so far. We have the Queen of Swords, which is indicating to me a Divine Feminine. And then we have the 5 of Wands. And as a tarot card reader, I actually usually don't read reversals. I feel like Spirit is giving me the messages that I need with looking at everything in the upright. If there are times that something does come out in a reverse situation and Spirit sometimes will let me know, no, I do need you to read that as a reversal. Most of the time, that's not what happens though. We have a couple other cards that came out here. We have the Emperor, which to me is signifying your Divine Masculine. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles have to do with finances and money. And we have the 5 of Cups. So we're going to look at those energies, and we will go from there. We're going to get some clarifying cards. I'm going to use this deck here and see what we have for some clarification here. So let's look at the Queen of Swords here. We'll get some clarification energies for this card and essentially why it's come out in this reading for the full moon that's coming up. Good. And we have the Fool that has come out to clarify our Queen of Swords here. I'm just going to quickly look up a few things. We're going to look at the Queen of Swords energy here. And Queens are always good in my book. It just means that you've done your work, that you're at a place where you're at a level that now your work can be transferred to others. You now can help other people manifest their lives, and help them move through any kind of stagnant negative energies. So that's great. Let me see real quick. And the Queen of Cups essentially is just saying that you are creating your own life. As divine feminines right now in this energy of this full moon, it's a super moon also, is that we are bringing in this energy of creating our lives the way that we need them to look for us, for our maximum growth as a spirit. And the clarifying card here of the Fool. The Fool, I have that there are some unconventional choices that you are going to have to be taking a leap of faith, and you're going to have confidence in those choices. And I think that is leading me back here to this divine perfection, and that the choices that you are going to have to make, and the choices that you are going to be, that are going to be brought to you, are going to be ones that once you make them, and if you make them according to your soul's purpose, living your authentic life, living your true self, you put all of that in there when you go to make your choices, you can have confidence that it will work out, and it will be for the better, and it will be for mankind, and be able to help to raise our vibrations in that respect. So that's great. And let's move on to this Five of Wands. We will get a clarifying card for that also. And so the Five of Wands is kind of indicating a competitive situation, whether that is in your job, in your relationships, in anything in your that's going on in your life. There are going to be some competitive energies. There always are. We all know that. And let's get a clarifying card to see how, as divine feminines, we should be dealing with the Five of Wands here. And get a clarifying card, what these energies are, maybe a more specific situation of what these energies are bringing to us. So we are having some sort of competitive situation. And I'm still, when we get this clarifying card, we'll know a little bit more about what that's, if it's talking about your relationship, if it's talking about, sorry, there were like 4 or 5 cards that fell, so I'm not going to take those. But we will put them back in the deck and keep shuffling. Okay, so I'm going to get, we would like a clarifying card for the Five of Wands, please, Spirit. 1 card here for me, please. And I know this can be a little time consuming, but I also feel like this is a way that I know Spirit is giving me exactly what they want to give me, instead of just taking whatever it is that came. So, yeah, 1 card, Spirit, please. Perfect. Thank you. And that clarifying of the Five of Wands, which is a competitive situation, clarifying card is the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm going to take this as this is not about your love relationship. So if you were concerned that you were going to be having a competitive situation for, let's say, the love of your emperor, or of your soulmate, of your karmic, any of those things, that's not what the competition is talking about here. It's talking about more about job and finances, where there's competition. And obviously there's a lot going on right now in the world. So a lot of people are working, maybe that weren't working. A lot of people that were working aren't working, like a regular 9 to 5. That doesn't mean we're not working. And What that means is that we are taking time for ourselves. We are, as divine feminines, growing and nurturing ourselves and realizing that the energies that we have within us are powerful, and they're energies that can be used to forward the planet and used to forward mankind. So those are all great things to be focused on as a divine feminine. And just looking at one more thing here. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. I want to make sure that it was, oh, sorry, no, it's not 7, it's a 9. Let's look at that one instead. Creating a life you love, your heart's desire. Oh, I just, that touches my soul. That's great. So I'm going to, that's a wonderful energy. And it's also a wonderful energy to have that it's pertaining to your finances and not necessarily to your love relationship. For some of you, it could be your love relationship. Please don't get me wrong. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, let go of the rest. We're going to look at this Emperor energy. I love an Emperor energy. This, to me, is signifying your divine masculine, either that you know about or they know you. And we will see what some of these energies. Get a clarifying card here on the Emperor card. Is there something else you would like to let us know about the Emperor card here, Spirit? Perfect. Thank you. And we have the 8 of Wands as a clarifying card for the Emperor. Wands are fairly quick energy. And let's look at the, sorry, I'm looking again to see the 8 of Wands. I love this deck too. The pictures are so pretty. Unfortunately, the writing on them is really small and my eyes are not the greatest anymore. But that's okay. 8 of Wands is so quick movement. That's what okay. Spirit's like, just trust yourself, Perry. The first thing I thought with this is that the energies that were coming through here for the Emperor is that there's movement there. Whether that's him moving towards his divine feminine, whether that's him moving towards his financial stability, any of those things are quite possible. Let's move on to our 7 of Pentacles here, which we've got the 9 of Pentacles already. We have the Fool. Okay. Let's see. So, finances, kind of things that are happening here in the 3D is what I look at Pentacles for. The 7 of Pentacles is that there is a return on investment. So as Divine Feminine, if you feel like you're putting all this energy into something, and maybe you're not seeing a return from that yet, that's okay. This is telling us to trust in the divine. You will see a return on that, and it will be something that you've worked very hard for. And when you start seeing that return, it is going to change a lot of things for you. And that's wonderful, wonderful energy. And I'm going to get a clarifying here for the 7 of Pentacles. See if there's anything specific about this 7 of Pentacles during this full moon reading that is important for Divine Feminines. And as always, if you're watching this video and you're finding it helpful and you know of anybody that you think might benefit from this video, please like, share, and subscribe. That would be wonderful. So 7 of Pentacles, we are getting the Moon. Ooh, this card is pretty. Very pretty card. So the Moon. It's one of my favorite cards too. So it talks a little bit more about shadow aspects, but also that we need to pay attention to our dreams. So if you've been having it could be literal. Pay attention to the dreams that you have been having at night. There may be some signs and synchronicities in those dreams to help move you through and on your path. But also dreams that you've dreamt, just like either your childhood dreams, or let's say you had a dream about wanting to be a doctor or something. You're seeing those things come to fruition in this next week. That doesn't mean that you are actually becoming a doctor right now. I'm just using that as a idea about dreams that you thought that you had in your life that you want to have happen, that this reading is letting us know that those things will be happening and coming to fruition through that. So work on manifesting things. You can also do that at nighttime if you meditate before you go to bed. And a lot of times there's times that if I meditate before I go to bed, you actually, it's easier for me personally, it's easier to get to the plane that you need to be at to be able to have the communication from the divine that they are able to communicate to you with. But you have to be in a quiet place to be able to do that, and sometimes that is going to happen at night in your dreams. So there are different ways to look at each one of these cards. This is pertaining to work that you've put in that is going to come back to you, and it's saying that your dreams that you are manifesting will be coming true. So that's awesome. Five of Cups is our last card that came out here, which is a card of loss, of mourning and sadness. So I'm going to get a little clarifying card here for the Five of Cups to see if it kind of sends us in a direction of exactly what Spirit's talking about right now and what energies they're talking about. Sorry, I'm trying to turn off my heater because I'm roasting. So let's get an clarifying card here for the Five of Cups and that energy of loss and sadness. And where is that coming from? There are so many things that are happening in the world right now. It could be anything. Loss of your job, loss of your home, loss of family members, so many things. So let's see. Clarifying card of Page of Wands. So that one I'm actually going to look up specifically just because of where it's laying in our spread and the card that it's clarifying. And Page of Wands. Turning your thoughts into actions. So, Divine Feminine, there is a big group of you that have had this thought, or Divine's showing me an egg right now. So like you're almost like you're incubating this egg and you're helping it grow and you're manifesting this life that you would like to see. You have goals and you have things that you want to accomplish. And the what this is saying is move towards those goals. Like, you need to trust in divine. You need to know that it's divine perfection. You being who you are and the gifts that you have are there for a reason. If you don't put those gifts to use, you're essentially, to me, it's like laughing in divine. And I can say that because I can say that because I hate to say I've done that for years. I'm now just stepping out of my box. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm doing the things that I feel like Spirit has asked me to do for a very, very, very long time. And I always told Spirit, I'm not good enough, or I'm not going to be able to tell them everything you want me to tell them. I'm not going to. And Divine just said, quit questioning yourself. Get out of your own way. Go with the flow. Listen to divine, pay attention to signs and synchronicities. If you do those things and you move on the things that you know you should be doing and that you're capable of doing, do that. Don't just sit back and let other people do the work for you. You came here to do that work. You are a soul that is capable and powerful, and you are able and willing to use that talent and those gifts to help the earth and help mankind move up their vibration to a higher level, so we as beings can, what I call, quote unquote, level up. Right now we are living in a 3D reality. Everything's here. It's very tangible. Living in 5D is a lot different. 5D, I like to be there as much as I can. I like to live in that energy as much as I can because it's the closest feeling I get to divine. So I try to be there as much as possible, whether that means I'm listening to high vibrational music. Even if you have that on in your home all day long, just as background noise, that is going to help your soul and your spirit to be at a level that they can hear divine easier and understand what divine needs us to be doing during this time. And that actually brings me to a perfect spot to talk a little bit about action steps that we can be taking as divine feminines. And I get my oracle deck here that I like to use for action steps, and we're going to ask Spirit for a couple of cards to let divine feminines know what they can do to help themselves get to these goals and move through these energies and be able to manifest the dreams that they see and that they know. So let's look at this. Let's ask Spirit for a couple cards from my oracle deck that I have for an action step for divine feminines here. That was kind of a lot. Let's get an action step for divine feminines. Spirit, what do divine feminines need to be concentrating on right now? What should they be doing to help move them through the supermoons, full moons energy this next week? Get one card. I say one card and, 20 fall out. I'll even take two if you want to just give me two. Sorry, when there's like 5 or 6, it's kind of like, that's a lot to get into. So, Spirit, if you can give us something to hone in on. And I just, of course, thank you. Oh, wow. Spirit. So, the card that came out is Surrender to the Flow. This is the same exact card that came out for, I believe it was Divine Masculine. Possibly for the month of May, but also possibly for the new moon energies. But Divine Masculine got the same exact one. So in other words, twin flames, go with the flow. You need to know that divine perfection exists. It does. And no matter how many times you think that things are not possible here in the 3D, oh, that'll never happen for me, that's not the truth. We have to learn how to surrender to divine and let divine show us the way. But then again, we have to listen at the same time and act on those things. So part of your action step is to just go with the flow. And I know a lot of divine feminines out there that might be tough for. We like to sometimes think we know all and think that we know best, but unfortunately we don't. Divine does, and divine is perfection. So let's ask Spirit for one more action step here for divine feminine throughout this energy. We need an action step. Give them. So these energies in this last couple weeks have been essentially coming out all the time. And this one is embrace spirit. So, divine feminine, I don't know that there's really any other message to tell you, but besides, trust your intuition, listen to your gut. Those are things that come from divine, and you need to embrace those things. If you have an idea that you have wanted to do for a long time, right now is that time. Put it into place, take action on it. Your divine masculine is going to be taking action on the things that he needs to be taking action on. So you need to be doing those things too. When you take action on those things, it makes it easier for your divine masculine to do his work. When you're concentrating on yourself and you're working towards your goals and your dreams, it's automatic that your counterpart, the other part of your twin flame, is going to do the same thing. And it opens up space for them to do the same thing. So with you walking on spiritually before and kind of, Spirit just said getting your feet wet, which just made me laugh because of going with the flow. So there are many divine feminines out there who have very, very strong, powerful gifts that they're not utilizing and they're not using. Spirit urges us to use them. Spirit needs us to be using them. Don't hide them away. Don't block them with a wall in your brain. As an empath, I know that it can be very difficult sometimes to deal with all of the emotions and energies that you feel, so much so that it can come out physically for you. You can be sick and nauseous and just not doing well or feeling like you're not doing well, but a lot of that is because of the energies that are bombarding you. When you are divine feminine, empath, starseed, light worker, any of those things, divine's telling us we need to use it. Divine has given us as divine feminines a huge amount of manifestation power. I urge divine feminines to use that power, obviously for good. That would be my hope. But we need to be utilizing that so we can help everybody else here on this planet, your divine masculine, the divine masculine collective, the most. Like, we need to be doing these things so we can help these divine masculines step into their quote unquote masculinity, I guess. They need to see this from us and see from us that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have gifts. It's okay to cherish those gifts. And it's okay to help other people with those gifts. That's what we were given them for, and that's what we're here for. So, great reading and all. I actually am going to grab my little book here. This is one of my favorite books, A Guide for the Event Soul. It just has great quotes and sayings in it. You just open it up and flip to any page, and we'll see what Spirit would like us to talk about. The most difficult thing, but an essential one, is to love life. To love it even while one suffers, because life is all. And to love life means to love God. That one's beautiful. I always like to read the one on the opposite side, just in case. This could be a message for somebody else out there. I don't know what your destiny will be. Oh, thank you. But one thing I know, the only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have found how to serve. How true is that? And that's essentially what this entire reading is talking about as divine feminines, is us learning how we can serve and us moving in that service. You can't just have all these ideas about what you can do to help serve and then not do them. You need to take movement. You need to move into those things and through those things. So God bless, and I hope this helped somebody. And through this, if you like this reading, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There will be more to come. I'm starting to do, I believe, kind of like a little breakdown about tarot card readings of your own, and just some tidbits and ideas about if you want to start doing your own tarot card readings for yourself or for other people, or it may be. I'm kind of feeling like there's people out there who would like to just be able to quickly go somewhere and be able to find out and figure out how to read these energies themselves. And it's very interesting. And if you do it on your own, it's something that is a lot of fun and can be very enlightening. So that's a message for everyone today, Divine Feminines. Good job, everybody. Keep doing your work. Start moving in that work and put it to practice is what I'm hearing. So thank you all. Have a great day. I'm going to say remember to go with the flow. So surrender to the flow. And remember that divine is perfection and that we need to spirit. So there you go. Have a great evening, everyone. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.